Welcome back to my channel. Cricut just recently launched the Cricut Joy Xtra cutting machine. In this video, I'm going to share everything you need to know about the new machine. I'm going to unbox it, set it up, compare it to the original Cricut Joy, and make a couple projects. Let's get it out of the box. This new machine does everything the Cricut Joy does, but it's a little bit extra, hence the name. It can cut, write, draw, and foil. It works with 50 plus materials, which is everything the Cricut Joy can cut as well. But what I think stands out the most is that it now has the ability to print and cut, which is very exciting. There's a little booklet when you first open up the box, and this has some instructions. It has a set up your machine guide. It also has a warranty and some sample materials. This includes a sheet of Smart Label writable material. It also has 2 black removable vinyl sheets. I don't love removable vinyl because I typically use permanent. It also has an iron-on sheet and a transfer tape sheet. Now I can get the machine out. It is all white. What do you think of this not having any color? At first I didn't love it, but it does give it a nice sleek look. So let me know in the comments what you think. There's also a power cord and a Cricut Joy black pen as well. I wasn't sure what this was at first. It looked like a guitar pick, but I looked at Cricut's website and it's a mini weeder. So I will try this out. I think this is new with the Cricut Joy Xtra. I'm just taking the packaging off of the machine now. Also, for the price of the Cricut Joy Xtra, it is $199. Now I'm going to plug my machine in. One thing about the Cricut Joy and the Cricut Joy Xtra is it only uses Bluetooth to connect to your computer. All of the other Cricut machines have a USB cord that you can use as well to attach the computer in Cricut. So just something to be aware of. I love using Bluetooth and I never have issues with it, but it is your only option with this machine. Once the machine is plugged in, it will automatically turn on. There is no power button on the machine. It takes it a few seconds. Once it's on, there's that little light that's blinking on the top center of the machine. Let's compare the two Joy machines. You can see them side by side here. The actual size of the Cricut Joy Xtra is 12.48 inches wide. I'll put the full dimensions on the screen here, and it weighs only 6 pounds. The Cricut Joy machine is 8.4 inches wide, and it weighs only 3.85 pounds. The Cricut Joy Xtra can cut a max size of 8.5 inches, which is the standard letter size material. That would be if you are not using a mat like using Smart Material. If you are using a mat, it'll cut a max of 8.25 inches wide. Also, when using Smart Material without a mat, it can cut single images up to 4 feet or 48 inches long, or repeated images up to 20 feet long. The max cut size with the Cricut Joy is 4.5 inches wide, and that is without a mat using Smart Material. If you are using a mat, the max size is 4.25 inches wide. The Cricut Joy can cut the same length as the Cricut Joy Xtra. All the Cricut Joy blades, pens, and foil tool are compatible with the Cricut Joy Xtra, which is so awesome. Both of the Joy machines do not have a scoring tool or a deep cut blade. I'm hoping maybe Cricut would come out with that at some point. I have no clue if they will or not though. You do have to buy new mats for this machine because it is a different size. I do wish that the Cricut would include a mat in the box because you can't really use it without it. I mean, I think they want you to use the Smart Material, but I ended up just getting a standard green mat. They also sell a card mat for the Xtra. I have not purchased it yet, but I'll put a picture of it on the screen. Now let's make a couple projects with the new machine. I'm going to make a couple Thanksgiving projects. The first one is going to be a sweatshirt. I'm going to upload my image. I found this from Creative Fabrica. I'm just going to make it smaller so it's easier to see it on here. This has a few different colors in it, but I am actually just going to use one color sheet. So what I want to do is unite this, and actually I'm going to select weld. For me, sometimes I like to do that better because it just makes it one layer and it's easier to look at. With the Cricut Joy Xtra, you can make t-shirts and sweatshirts, but I would say you probably only could make a size small or medium shirt. If you want to do large, extra large, and up, then it's just going to be difficult because the max width is 8.5 inches. With the size large, I typically do about 10 inches. So if you're wanting to make all different size shirts, then the Cricut Joy wouldn't be the best machine. You would want either an Explorer or Maker machine. I have the Cricut Joy Xtra selected. It's the first time I'm using this machine, so I had to go up here and select that. Another thing that I want to note that I already talked about is this machine can cut 8.5 inches, but that is only if you are using smart material. With a mat, you can only make it a max size of 8.25 inches. That's just because the mat takes up a little bit of that space. So let me give you an example of this. If I switch it to 9 inches, it has an exclamation mark here. If you click on it, it says the image is too large and reduce it to 8.5 inches. If you switch to that though, and go to make it, it's only giving you an option with the smart material. As you can see where it says material load type, that's grayed out. You have to do that without a mat. So let me hit cancel. I am going to make this 8.25 inches. For a size small shirt or sweatshirt, I typically do between 8 and 9 inches for the width, so that will work for this. Make it again. Now it gives you the option of without a mat or on a mat. So I will select on a mat and I'll hit confirm. This is heat transfer vinyl, so I'm going to mirror my design, then I'll hit continue. I have not set up my machine on Bluetooth. I am on a Mac, so I need to go to my Apple settings. It looks like it found the Joy Xtra. I'll select connect. It says connected, and over here I can accept my gifts. It's also asking me to do an update, so I'll just select update first. I'll hit continue. It automatically gives a lot of smart vinyl options. I am going to browse my materials, and I am just going to grab the everyday iron-on setting. I always love this screen because it gives you just a quick little recap of what you're supposed to be doing. And it says make sure your mirror is turned on, your iron-on or heat transfer vinyl is shiny side down. Then it shows the blade and how to load the vinyl and mat into the machine. I'm using Tech Wrap's Metallic Pearlescent HTV. This is just so pretty, and the color was kind of giving me Thanksgiving vibes. This roll is 12 inches, which is the standard Cricut size, but since I'm doing the Xtra, I need to cut it down to fit on the mat. So what I like to do is use my self-healing mat and this Cricut ruler. Then I take a rotary cutter and just cut along the edge of that ruler. I made it 11 inches long. For the width, I just cut it at the 8.5 inch mark. For some reason, my rotary cutter did not want to cut through for this all the way, so I had to get my scissors out and just cut it with that. Then I place this shiny side or carrier sheet side down on the mat. There was kind of a big bubble after I put the vinyl sheet down, but I like to just take my brayer tool and run it over it and make it smooth. I just love the brayer tool. I use it all the time. There's no load button for either of the Cricut Joys. All you do is start loading your mat and it'll automatically start feeding it through. Once it's ready, a go button will show up on the Make It screen in Cricut Design Space. You'll just press that and it'll start cutting. The cut speed for this is the same as the Cricut Joy machine. Push the unload button on your computer and it automatically unloads the mat. I bend the mat backwards to remove the vinyl. Then I just weed out all the excess vinyl. I'm going to give this mini weeder a try, and overall I liked it. It reminds me of my pen tool, but I honestly didn't like that it's like mini and small. It was a little bit harder to hold, so I will probably stick to my regular pen tool. Using my Cricut Easy Press for my sweatshirt, I set it to 315 at 30 seconds. Found this sweatshirt on Amazon. I can just leave a link down below. I feel like it's a good blank for the Cricut, and what I do first is just fold it in half and preheat my shirt. I like to do it this way because once I unfold it, you can easily find the center of the sweatshirt. I use this t-shirt alignment tool. It is so nice, and I just fold my vinyl in half, not on the sticky side, to find the center, and I just line it up on my sweatshirt. Then I press it for the full 30 seconds. After that, I just remove the carrier sheet. Here's how this turned out. I love the SVG. I cannot wait to wear it over Thanksgiving. I was also thinking you probably could make a large or extra large shirt with the Joy Xtra if you piece the words or images together. Let me know if you want to see a video of me trying that out. For my next project, I of course have to try out the print and cut setting for the Joy Xtra. I am going to be making stickers and I'm using these NATO labels. This is usually my go-to for stickers. Since this is the first time I'm using print and cut on the Cricut Joy Xtra, I am going to calibrate my machine. Here you'll click on machines. I am going to come down to machine calibration and I will select the Joy Xtra and hit start. I'm going to have it print out a sheet of paper. I'll hit continue. It says to place the sheet on the top corner of the mat. I'll hit continue again. It'll connect through Bluetooth. And now I just need to load my mat. Since I'm using copy paper and I don't have the light grip mat, I like to take my shirt and just press it against the mat. It just helps make it not so sticky. I'll hit go. Machine will score first, then it will cut out the little square. I will just look and see if it's an accurate cut, and it was, so I will tell my computer that. Then it'll cut out the lines on the top row and the column, and I just figure out which one is lined up the best and also write that in on the computer. The last part, it'll cut out the larger square, and that looked good as well, so I was done. Now I'm ready to make my stickers. I will go to upload. I found a bundle on Creative Fabrica with all these super cute Thanksgiving stickers. I am going to select view all. I'll just start selecting these. I'm just going to hit add a canvas, which is really nice. It's adding it directly to the canvas. I'll hit view. It'll bring everything into the canvas and I need to make it a lot smaller. Now what I'm going to do is just rearrange them how I want my sticker sheet to look. Okay, I like how that is all lined up and how that looks. I am going to highlight over the whole thing and I am going to attach them. You can see it has that exclamation mark, so we need to auto size it. It looks like it makes it about 5.7 by 9.3. I zoomed in on these and it looks like it's going to cut out inside the sticker because it has cut lines there, and I don't want it to do that, so I'm actually going to quickly add an offset. So I am going to detach it. I had it all lined up too. So I'm going to click on my first image. I'll go to offset. I want the offset to be pretty tiny. I'm going to do 0.28. I'm going to copy that so I can do it for the rest. Now you can see with the offset, it's not going to cut out these little pieces in here, but I do need to flatten the offset in the original image. So I'm going to highlight over both. You can see that they're both selected in the layers panel. I'll come down and select flatten. So I'm going to do the same thing for the other ones. I'm going to click on this. I'll select offset. It's still set to 0.028. I'll hit apply. I'll highlight over both and flatten. I'll do the same for the others. After looking at this with the offset being black for each of these, I really don't like it. I don't like how it makes the corn look. There's like little black specks in it. I don't love the leaf. So I think I'm actually going to change the offset color to black, which is kind of a pain, but what I'm going to do is unflatten it. I'll click on the offset layer and I'm just going to change it to white. Then I'll go back in, hit shift on my keyboard to select the offset in the image, and I will flatten it again. So now I'm just gonna do that for all of these. Okay, I like how that looks a lot better. The offset is there, it's in white, it's just hard to see because of the grid lines. If I change the color, you can see it. I'll just do it real fast. So you can see there's just a little bit of white around the stickers. I'm going to highlight over this whole thing. I'll select attach. Now I can click make it. I'll hit send to printer. I'm actually not going to keep the bleed on since it has that white offset around it, but I am going to turn on the system dialog. I am going to select media type and photo high gloss paper, then I'll hit print. I'm printing this off of my inkjet Epson Workforce printer, and after I printed, the colors were off. I did not like it at all. The green, like in the grapes, looked purple-ish, and I tried a few different things, and what ended up fixing it was changing my setting just to best. When I had it set to the high gloss, for some reason it didn't work, but you can see how it looks so much better here. Now I can select my cut setting. I am going to select printable vinyl. I'll just go to browse materials. I think I'll try this first one. I place the sheet in the upper left corner, then use my brayer tool to press it into the mat. I load the mat into the machine. It will read the sensor marks, then it will cut around each of the stickers. After that, I use a paper cutter to trim off those black registration lines. Here's how the stickers turned out. The setting that I chose gives it that kiss cut, so I am able to peel the sticker away from the backing, and it looks like the Cricut Joy Xtra did a great job with aligning it. Also, I had no troubles with the sensors or anything, since sometimes that can be an issue with the Cricut. Overall, I think it did an excellent job. Now I want to give my quick thoughts on the machine. I like how it is still very small and compact. You don't need an entire craft room or a lot of space to use it. If you travel with your Cricut, it would be very convenient with its size, and the weight is only 6 pounds. It is also a more budget-friendly Cricut machine. I think for me, the main con to this machine is it would be difficult to make larger shirts with it, but I would say this is ideal for cards, tags, labels, decals, stickers, so many things you can make with the machine. I also find myself reaching for the Joy when I want to quickly put a project together. Overall, if you're thinking about buying a Joy machine, I would definitely pick up this one over the original Cricut Joy because it is still small, but you can do more with it. Overall, I think it's a great machine. I would love to hear your thoughts on it, and if you have purchased this, I would also love it if you gave this video a thumbs up if it was helpful, and if you subscribe to my channel if you are new.